Hello the internet, Remy here, and we're back with more Satisfactory. So last episode was kind of a recap of what happened in a couple of live streams, words, and just kind of went over what I did. So we're back over here, or still over here, sort of, because I wanted to get a couple of things knocked out. So I was doing a bunch of the milestones, just to clear them out of the hub. So now we have all of these done except this one. And this one's actually new because I went exploring and I found a bunch more alternative recipes because I found more hard drives, and finally got this. Finally got it. So already have that. Super excited about that. And we are currently working on this one, fuel generator and the conveyor belt. So, I'm super congested. I do apologize. There's not much I can do about it. I have a little bit of a head cold going on, so I'm going to sound off. And can't breathe out of my nose. It's a fun time, I swear. But, yeah, so we're on tier 6 doing infrastructure. Essentially all I still need is 30 computers, which take forever to manually craft because they require a lot of parts. A lot of parts. Where is it? Computers. So, yeah, it needs a lot of these things. Screws, plastic, cables, and circuit boards. So essentially, I really need to get working on the oil pump area. I mean, I have a portable miner down over where the oil is, just to start getting that going, but it's not like auto collecting or anything, it's just personal miner. I haven't built the things for the oil pump. That, essentially. I'm still not sure if I want to do that in this episode. I think this episode is going to be getting steel production up in the new area so that I can start taking this all down. So, with that being said, I think because of the area that I'm in, I want 2 of these, so I need to grab some encased beams and steel pipes. And more cable, apparently. Grab. Well, let's see what else we need first. So how about we use the to-do list. We want 2 of those. I don't need a smelter for the iron or for the limestone. I do, however, need a smelter for the copper that's over there. Oh, those are super cheap. I don't really need to add that to the to-do list. Let's see. Alright, so constructors, on the other hand, I do need to add, and we need a crap ton of those. How many, though? That's the question. Gonna need one at the limestone. One for limestone. I will just say 2 for the copper so we can make cables and wire out there. There's that. Assemblers. How many assemblers do we need? How many do I have up here? Because essentially it's just mimicking this. It's 3 assemblers up here. Okay, so 1, 2. That should be it, right? Organization. Don't really need any of this on. Oh, that's already attached up there. Logistics. I have the conveyor belts and I can just swap them out. Splitters are not super. Splitters are not super necessary. Well, I mean they're necessary, but they're not needed right this second, and they're just plates and cable. I can make that no problem. Power. We have the coal generators up there, and I can always swap out the. What do I have here anyway? I have the MK. Do I have the regular? I think it's just that one. I don't remember which one I have on the for one. Let's see, shall we? Just a regular power pole. Okay, so that's pretty much it, right? Then it's just a whole crap ton of plates for the conveyor belts. Yeah, I think so. Alright, so let's get our honeydew list going here, shall we? So we need case industrial beams. Hope I have an inventory space for all this. Steel pipes, I'm just gonna take out of the assembler because I'm lazy. Gimme. I need more cable. I also need rotors and modular frames. Again, being lazy. Rotors. The frames. I'm gonna take damage because I jumped. Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. Modular frame. Did I not move the list? Okay. Modular frame, and that's it. So I have all the pieces. Okay, so I just need to grab more cable and more wire, I think. Right? Nope, wrong button. Wire, cable. Yeah, so I just need to grab more wire and more cable. It's right up here. Wire. Cable. Grab two. Do I want to grab anything else while I'm here? I don't think so. Do I really need the biofuel? I think I need the bio. I'm going back to the base anyway. I might as well fill my inventory space with biofuel so I can dump it in the truck that's at the base. Alright, I'm gonna run back to the base. I will see you all in a second. By the power of editing, we're here. Alright, I know, that was lame. There will be much, much more lameness. Get over it. Alright, so... vehicle. Oh, I had some... Alright, so... I had helpful shit here already, and I didn't know it. It's fine. Guess I have to, like, drag these over, because it's not going to let me shift-click it. Do that. Sort. I'm gonna keep this stuff in my inventory for now, because reasons. Alright, so what we are going to do is apparently jump down. I really need a better way up here from this side. Can we rectify that? Oh, yeah, so I added this little catwalk through the water because I got tired of swimming. Because it took forever. Also it got the power poles that were in the water out of the water. Looks a little bit nicer. We did that. Alright, so I need a temporary way up in. I'll figure that out, I guess. I'm going to be impatient and just start building. So, Geronimo! Boosh. This is the part of swimming that sucks. You're slow as shit. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. So there is a limestone node, like right over here. Uh-oh, frames. Bacon! I'll get you later. So there's a limestone node right here. And then straight across is the iron and... Did I call that iron? I think this one... This is limestone. This is iron. This is copper. So essentially, what I want to do is split the coal supply line, probably here. And send it straight across and do the steel over there. I think that'll break up the sky area a bit better and make me happy. So what I want to do is wish for it to be daytime because it's always night when I want to build. Brainstorming. Ah. So it is pretty, I guess. Not I guess, it is pretty. I'm just being special. Alright, so logistics. Logistics are not being fun with me right now. So do that and ramp there so that I can put lookout tower here. So I can see what I'm doing. Which is still gonna be difficult to do with all the trees in the way. I'll have to figure that out sometime. So, let's see. How best do we want to do this? Do I want to have the miner just go straight here and onto conveyor? Is that how I want to do this? Huh. I also kind of want to have the splitter right there. Wonder if that's gonna let me. Well, not gonna hurt to find out now, is it? I put that there. And logistics, splitter. Not gonna work. Why do I feel like that's not the right spot? I think I need to be down there. Whee! Okay, so it could also be that these are at weird spots. See if we can make it work first. Nope. Don't go up the conveyor. Thank you. So this one matches up here. Okay, so that matches up. Now what about here? Oh, you're off. Right? Yeah. You're off. So want to be able to see where this is going to go. No. Okay. Ladders are wonky. Well, conveyor stackers are wonky, I guess you can say. I might have to move that in order to get it to go where I want it to go. So, the inline needs to go here. Does that match up to that? Not entirely sure that's how I want this to go. We're just gonna remove that. This is pretty much the spot I want it to be in, so one button. Now if we remove this and this, and put it slightly up a bit. Will that be the proper height, or will it be too high for the splitter? Nope, we're good. Is it off kilter though? Did I put it too far over? I think I might have put it too far over. No, it's in the right spot. Okay, so now we have a way for that to go off in that direction. So I already have the coal going towards where I want the steel factory to go in the first place. Alright, with that out of the way, now I can kind of brainstorm how the limestone and stuff is going to go. I do apologize that this is such a scatterbrained build. I'm a little fuzzy. Head colds are not fun. Well, I can run the... Let's see. Reduction, MK2 miner. You can run it just like that. Put a stacker there and then run the stackers off in that direction. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So... I put you forward. So coal will be on top, we'll put limestone on the bottom. So, get it there, we need it to have a conveyor here. Let's put a button, let's put a ramp. Ramp there. Can I put a foundation? I can. That's helpful. Granted, grass is sticking out, but that's fine. We'll deal with that. Huh, okay. So how do we want to do this now? Let's see. I doubt it's just gonna go straight to... Okay, never mind. It will. But do I like that? Probably don't like that. Well, it's not horrible. Yeah, it's not horrible. It's fine. Unless I want to... Let's see. Can I fit one of those underneath there? Not sure how this is gonna look either. Just trying things out for a second. I think I like that better. It might look a little wonky underneath the splitter, but I really don't care. So we got that going. Alright, so fantastic. This is good. I just need to... Oh, wait a minute. Do I want to have limestone go there? Or do I want to have... I want to have a constructor making concrete first. I think that's what I want to do. I want to have a constructor making concrete first. So, that changes things a smidgen. Just clearing land so I can put foundations. Okay, that should be good. Alright, back up here. Alright, so I think what I want to do is that using this little space right here, I want to make another concrete farm because the limestone, the raw limestone, is not what is used for encased steel beams. It's the concrete, that is. So I think I want to build a little concrete dispensary, excuse me, over here. And then merge that into one thing and then send that along. I think that'll make more sense. The coal is staying how it is. I'm not changing that. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So let me figure some things out and I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. So this is kind of what we did for the concrete area. Go up here first and I'll show you from the top side. So here's our concrete factory. Bigger than I intended. I had a couple of challenges with getting power into it, and some space, wow, words, and some space constraints. Sorry if the sounds are a little off. It's been a few days between the last clip and this clip. I got super sick, and I did a lot of work off camera, and I did some other things that I'll show in just a moment, but we're gonna look at this first. The audio files and some of the graphic meshes have been updated, I think yesterday? Either yesterday or the day before. It's been like a week since I recorded the last clip. Like I said, I got very sick and I work a full-time job, so once I was no longer sick, I had to go to work. So this is what we got in here. I have this walkway going all the way around so you can kind of look at all of the things. It's not very detailed, but it does the job. You have the miner going into a splitter that feeds 3 constructors just making concrete, and then these all go down into an array of mergers that then feed into a single output. You have coal coming through the building and going into the same output just above it, so the feeds were going in the same way. Because initially we were going to have everything go over there for iron and copper to make the steel factory. But in all honesty, that's not going to happen. This is essentially going to be kind of like my season 1, air quotes, closing episode. Because as I had mentioned, oh, spoilers. As I had mentioned earlier, when they did the content earlier in the episodes, like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, that when they did the first major content update, which included vertical conveyors, that I would start a new world. Well, a new playthrough. So all of this is going to go away. Just because having vertical conveyors will completely change how pretty much every building design I did works. And I'm about to show you one of the things that I spent a lot of time on while I was sick just to get it done was my the storage system. So that's only 1/2, and it's all those double helix kind of conveyor belt spirals. Yeah. But let's get over there so I can kind of show that off. Because I'm really proud of it, but it is now, it's obsolete now. I don't see a point in just tearing everything down just to put conveyor belts in. I have not looked at any of the new stuff, but I kind of wanted to show off what I did before I just end this season. So I did bring over all of the components from the iron factory that we had made. I have these like pillars because I thought it'd be kind of cool to have them elevated so that when I did have vehicle use, or when I do use the vehicle, I mean, that it wasn't that big of an issue going underneath the conveyor belt lines. But yeah, so we have some spaghetti going on over here. But and it's not super horrible. Some things are moving because I only just hooked it up not that long ago. So this is all of the conveyor belts that feed into the main storage bus, warehouse thing, whatever you want to call it. And I've only officially hooked up the 3 starter things, so rods, screws, and plates, and they all feed into this system, which just kind of like separates them out. Oh, I have the wall open so I can show you all. So there's 2 here and 1 up there just because of how I ended up having to split things off. I wasn't really paying attention when I built it and realized that things are going in the wrong spots, but I have to get this. So the initial plan was to have this mirrored on this side. You can see where the holes are for the conveyor belts. So it would just come down this line and then separate into the storage containers from the stackers, which is kind of neat. It looks pretty awesome if I can get a good view. Didn't think this one through. Sorry, guys. Alright, well, okay, so this one works. So you can see they kind of clip into each other, so there's like this double helix pattern kind of going on. And I got the idea for this from Slipgator and John Bain. Been watching a lot of their stuff for Satisfactory because they're entertaining. But as you can see, the conveyor belts that are being used all go up to one side, and there's the other side. So I didn't really get these to match up the way I wanted because I was going for like symmetry and space. So things are weird. Now we have to go top side. Whee! I'm also not too sussed about having to start over because as much as I enjoyed building this and I put a lot of time and effort and designing into this, it's not really what I was envisioning, mainly because I wasn't quite understanding how things worked. And they come up here, see? There's the spaghetti. And then it comes into here. Have like this little display bit. So this is essentially how the whole warehouse was going to be for each and every item in the game. I was going to have iron stuff here with the second tier materials being on the top side. Then we were going to have concrete here, copper wire and cable, so on and so forth. Oh, it's better view over here. So here's little windows so you can kind of look. And then there's the observation deck over there on the top side so you can look down into this room. My initial plan for this room was to have all the personal storages for the miscellaneous items kind of stuck around, but I never got around to it. And of course the engineer tables here. But yeah, that was essentially what I was going to do. So, initial concept was this, and having everything outside. And then going forward, I went to this idea instead. Going underneath and funneling things up, because I was going to have like the major items that go into the space elevator funneled out and go in this direction. lessons were learned. Things weren't quite the way I was planning on having things go. And now with the major content release, or major content update release, I might as well just start over because I've learned a lot of things. I know where most of the nodes are. I might start in a new map area. Not sure. About 90% thinking about it. I also know that they moved some nodes around. I don't know if that would affect this particular playthrough, but when developers say that they have changed graphics or they've moved resources, it's just, in my opinion, best to start over. So, I'm already planning on doing that. I might as well just do so now. So, thanks for joining me on this little adventure of learning this game, and all the purple, because purple. And yeah, I had fun. This game's really fun. Definitely up my alley. Yeah, get up here. The thing. Whee! Kinda neat to see the factory in the distance. So yeah. Upside. I am really proud of this warehouse. I might mimic this design with minor adjustments for the next playthrough. That's pretty much it. So on that note, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm not sure when I'm going to start up the new world, start a new playthrough. But yeah, so if you liked the content, give it a thumbs up. Sorry it was such a short-lived season. And if you would like to see more content, consider a subscribe. But on that note, that's gonna be it, guys. Whee! Ah! I didn't go into the deep water. Have a good day, guys.